Hello, my beautiful Leos. Welcome or welcome back to Unbound Soul Tarot. I'm Helen and I am so happy to welcome you back to my channel. I'm so happy that you have found your way to me. So we are going to be looking at your mind more closely this week. We're going to see what is your current most dominant mindset that you find yourself in and what kind of mindset you should take on more or adopt for your highest good. Now, before we get into the reading, I just want to quickly remind you guys to please use your discernment. As you're watching this reading, you guys already know this is not a personal reading, so only take the bits of the reading that resonate with you. Not all of the messages might coincide with your actual circumstances, okay? So just take what is yours and everything else you can leave behind. And if you're interested in any of the decks that I'm using, you can find them in the description box as always. And yeah, that's it. That's the whole intro done. So let's get into the reading. I am going to be using the archetypes deck as well today as like an additional deck for the reading to give us more context into your main mindsets. And I am also just going to be doing the reading a bit differently this time. I'm going to get the cards out. I'm going to speed you guys through that part and then we'll get into the cards. So let's see what we have for you. I'm getting the feeling that someone may be taking advantage of you, or you are being too generous, you are being too good, giving too much of yourself. That's the feeling that I'm getting, my sweet Leos. And it wouldn't at all be surprising, thinking about your archetype, because you are very much known for your generous and very big and loving heart. But yeah, the cards are like screaming that message to me. I also took out the underlying energies and I'm actually going to start with those because we have building blocks and we have the divine child, with the light attributes being innocence, purity and redemption, suggests a special connection with the divine, and shadow attribute being an inability to defend oneself against negative forces. And that's actually the one that I want to talk about because I'm getting the sense that the main theme of your reading that Spirit is suggesting for you is to start building more of a kind of like a stronger protective barrier around you, because it seems that right now you are a bit too exposed, and the generosity that you have is by no means a bad thing, but it's just, it seems that right now there are people who may be enjoying your generosity a bit too much at the expense of you. So yeah, it seems that some kind of protective barrier around yourself is what Spirit is urging you to start thinking about creating around yourself. Because let's look at these cards now. So I'm not sure how well you'll be able to read the small print because it's quite small. So I'm going to read all the cards to you and then I'm going to tell you the messages more specifically. So these two cards are representing your current mindset, and these two cards are talking about the mindset that you should adopt. So we have exchanging gifts and we have hedonist. Inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself, but also pursues pleasure to the detriment of health, indulges at the expense of others. And then we have mending in reverse with rebel. Light attributes being challenges authority to effect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. And shadow attributes being rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. So let's start with your current mindset, shall we? So it's very clear that you are in a very giving mood right now, or the generosity is coming through these two cards very strongly as well. I don't necessarily feel that you are the one who is doing a lot of like indulging yourself, although you may be doing it to some extent, but I'm also getting this energy that other people's are indulging at the expense of you, that I was saying before. And it seems that you are very willing to provide for others, to give to others, to share with others. And even though, as I said, I feel like I have to keep repeating it, that is a beautiful trait. There is nothing wrong with that. But the issue comes in when other people start misusing your generosity, when other people start taking, but they are not actually reciprocating the energy, if you know what I mean. I'm sure you do. But yeah, this is very clear that your generosity and your giving energy is kind of at the forefront right now. You might even be enjoying it yourself. But again, it seems that it is kind of detrimental to you, and it is somewhat draining of your energy, of your resources. And you don't have an infinite amount of those, so you kind of do need to be somewhat discerning about who you allow to take part of your resources, to benefit from your resources. So the mindset that you are asked to embody more or to take on more is kind of like the, okay, not to say that the polar opposite, but to be a bit more fierce, a bit more like, just like concrete, you know, to really consider, again, to be very discerning about who you allow into your space and who you allow to reap the benefits of your resources, of your energy, whatever it is that you're sharing with other people. It doesn't have to be monetary. It can absolutely be affection, love, care, nurturing. It can just be, yeah, like your energetic support to someone, whatever it is. But it seems that you kind of have to start doing a stronger screening process, a more discerning screening process of the people who you allow to experience the generosity of yours. Especially if it's someone who is trying to kind of get back into your good graces, or someone who you have broken away from at one point, or like left in the past already, like an ex or a toxic friend or a toxic like family member or relative or something like that. If you have already broken off relations with that person in the past, then you know, that's what that one is, a more specific message, obviously. But if that's the case, then I feel that it's very crucial to not allow that person to come in, to be very, very kind of authoritative and very strict with putting up that wall and not allowing that kind of energy back into your life. So yeah, the cards are kind of suggesting that you have to start thinking more about your own well-being. Because right now it seems that you are putting a lot of other people first, a lot of other people's needs and wishes ahead of your own. But for the sake of your own well-being, it's crucial, it's imperative that you start working more towards what it is that you want. So yeah, the message is fairly straightforward, so I'm not going to like keep on butchering it. I'm just going to get into the tarot and see what else we can find out. So let's see how this current mindset that you are in, how this is serving you and how this is restricting or limiting you. So let's start with how this is serving you. Wow, we have the Two of Cups in reverse with the Hanged Man. And how is this mindset restricting or limiting, Leo? Seriously? We have so many. We have the Page of Swords in reverse with the Knight of Wands in reverse with the Magician in reverse. Okay. And the Three of Pentacles is the underlying energy. Okay, so again, this is more of a specific message, but if you have walked away from someone, if you have broken off relations, or if you have cut someone out of your life, someone who was maybe at one point a very significant part of your life, like specifically a romantic connection is coming through, but again, it can be a friendship, it can be a family relation, it can even be a work colleague who you were on very close terms with. So please take it as it resonates. But if you recently left someone or were in a breakup, then it could be that this very generous, very almost like this splurging energy that you are in might be helping to kind of alleviate the pain or the difficulty of this breakup. It might be kind of helping you overcome the kind of the void that was left of that breakup, or it's helping you deal with these more difficult emotions. So again, that is a more specific message. Yeah, but I don't know, this message of like filling up a void or somehow like being more distant and trying to like make yourself feel better about that, that's still coming through. So even if you haven't broken up with someone in the past, it just seems that whatever it is that you are doing, whether you are taking part in this indulging or whether you are just being the kind of the provider for other people, it seems that it is filling up some kind of emotional void in you. It's somehow making you feel better about lacking some sort of emotional fulfillment or like intimacy in your life. It's almost like it's replacing that for you. So that's how this mindset is serving you. But yeah, it's funny, even through the cards, the message of like someone taking advantage is coming through so strongly, especially with the Three of Pentacles here. It's indicating that there are other people involved in this, that they are playing a role in this situation. And with all of these cards coming out in reverse, I just get a lot of like insincere motives or insincere agendas or self-serving agendas, like false friends, false alliances, that kind of thing. Maybe there are even people around you who are literally like deceiving you or tricking you somehow, with the Magician being here. But it's all very like untrustworthy, very unreliable. And it's like not necessarily to say that, you know, the people who you are providing for, that they all have like these really bad or like negative intentions towards you, but I just see more so like self-serving intentions and not really considering your well-being or your welfare at all. So with you kind of feeding into maybe someone's dependency on you, or with you allowing those kinds of people to serve their own needs, I just see you draining your own energy, your own power, your own essence, and not really being able to find the people who would actually be more so on your level, who would actually want to collaborate with you, who would actually want to support you in return. Because right now it seems like it's like a one-way street. But let's see how this new mindset that you are urged to take on more, how would this mindset benefit you in the future, and what it would heal for you, what it would help you heal. So let's start with the healing part. What would this new mindset heal for Leo? Oh, beautiful. We have the first upright card. We have the Page of Wands. Oh, with the Hanged Man again. Okay, wow. Yeah, so I kind of see that it would heal like this like enthusiasm or this positivity for life, because as I said, even with this Two of Cups in reverse, the way that this energy is serving you, it seems to be like serving you in a somewhat unhealthy way. And this is not like a judgment or anything like that, so please don't take it in the wrong way, but it's just, it seems to be filling up some kind of void for you that is not actually beneficial, that is not actually healthy for you. There has to be a shift, there has to be a change, there has to be a new perspective, because if you remember, this card was the underlying energy for this Two of Cups as well. So some kind of new perspective is needed here, very clearly. New perspective is needed. And I do see this like more self-focused mindset that you are urged to take on more. I see that healing this sort of zest for life in you that may have been dwindling a bit. Because this energy over here, it's so bizarre. I can't quite like put my finger on it. I'm not exactly sure what it is. It's kind of like elusive energy. Yeah, it's almost like a ripple on water or something. But this is just so much more concrete and so much more positive. I don't know, yeah, I'm even like I'm getting some like alcohol vibes as well from these sections. So you may be indulging in alcohol a lot yourself. That's for some of you. But yeah, please just take it as it resonates. I don't know, there's something sad. There's a sad quality about this indulging and this generous mindset and energy that you are in. There's a sad quality about it. Again, like you're trying to make up for something, or you're trying to fill a void of something with this generosity, with these indulgences. But sorry, I don't know why I keep getting sucked into that energy. But yeah, anyway, a new perspective is needed. It's exactly what this section is indicating here. Some like a new path, a new trajectory for yourself, where again you are much more self-focused and where you are much more aligned with your own well-being, with your own needs. And doing that would almost give you like this rebirth or renewal of sorts, a renewal of energy, kind of get you back on track, get you on this new path that you may have lost. But let's see how this new mindset would benefit you in the future. How would this new mindset benefit Leo in the future? Oh, wow. Look at that. We have the Eight of Cups and the Six of Cups. Yeah, so again, it seems that you would be leaving something that is emotionally draining, something that is not fulfilling you. Oh, look at that. And the Ace of Wands is at the bottom. Anyway, as I was saying, it seems that something that is emotionally unfulfilling for you, something that is actually draining of your energy, you would be leaving that behind. You would actually be able to walk away from this and And again, I get this like almost this like childlike energy that you would be rediscovering, or this newfound optimism, newfound joy and sincerity and happiness. And even with this Ace of Wands, this again, this like whole new breath for life, whole new, I don't know whether breath for life is actually an expression, probably not, but it's just such fresh new energy, such revitalized energy. And do you see how all of these cards are so beautifully upright? Like they are, the energy is flowing properly, whilst this energy over here is blocked. Yeah, and again, this message is coming through very strongly that for some of you, like some kind of toxic relationship from the past, something that has already ended at one point in the past, something that you have walked away from, left behind at one point. Maybe it's like an on and off thing for some of you. This new mindset where you actually start focusing more on your own needs is going to help you to like actually finally walk away, to finally release this past and turn over a new leaf, start a new chapter, because there's a lot of like new energy coming through. You are being called to do something kind of very unconventional for yourself, or kind of go against the grain in a bit. Do something differently than people expect you to do, or do something just for yourself. Do something that would, you know, benefit you, and let go of what like people are expecting of you, or maybe even what people are demanding of you for some of you. Because yeah, it's evident that you need to re-find yourself. You need to rediscover your life's meaning. What makes life worth living for you? So, wow, okay. I'm gonna leave it there. I was not expecting this kind of reading, I have to say. This was, wow. Yeah, this was huge. I feel like this was huge. But please let me know if this was your story. I would so appreciate it. If you did resonate, and if you got something useful at all, even if it's like one sentence or one word that like spoke to you in some way, or that ignited something in you, inspired something in you, I would love to know. You can leave me a comment if you wish to do that. I love hearing from you. But if you don't want to share your details that much, then you can just give me a thumbs up as well. And I would absolutely love it if you subscribed and decided to join me for future readings. So yeah, but that's it really. I'm gonna leave it there. I thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this reading, and I am sending you guys so much love and light. Please take care of yourselves, my sweet Leos, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.